I'm E.T. Trigg. Everyone calls me E.T. I'm actually Ernest. I'm 76 years old. I knew when I was about 12 years old that I was gay, but in those days, it was in central Pennsylvania, it was forbidden to even talk about that. So I was very unhappy until I got to about the age of 18 and found out that there were actually other people that had these feelings. And then when I was about 20, I went to San Francisco and I felt like I had arrived in paradise, and my life turned around completely, and I've been very happy ever since. I'm retired. I was a computer systems analyst. I worked in that field for years. Well, I'm a gay man. I came out I knew I was gay when I was 13, but I didn't think that anyone else was. When I was about 17, I read a couple books. It was very hard to even find a book that mentioned the word homosexual. And the only books that did exist in those times were very tragic books about very screwed up people that ended up committing suicide. Like everybody knows, the lesbian book, The Well of Loneliness, which is a very sad book. And Gore Vidal's book, which The City and the Pillar, which is also a very sad book. And there wasn't anything else. So I realized about the age of 17 that there were other gay men, but they were probably all miserable. And it wasn't until I actually met other gay men that I realized that this is not true. And so from about the age of 18, I guess I would say it depends on what you mean by came out. I mean, I knew I liked men when I was 13. I actually went to bed with men when I was 18. And so I guess you'd call it, I came out when I was 18, which would have been about the year 1956. Not good. I have a single mom, and when she found out, she read my diary. How dare she? But she did, because I thought I could trust her to leave things around. She went in my room and found my diary and read it, and she was furious. Insisted I see a psychiatrist, so I went to the psychiatrist, and I said, I'm very happy about being gay, and I have a boyfriend, and we make love, and he says, what do you mean by making love? And I said, well, I really don't want to talk about it. And then he told her, like, well, you gotta, apparently he was very old-fashioned, and he told my mom, apparently, that I was a irretrievable homosexual pervert. And then he called me back in, and I talked some more, and then he called her back in and said, well, maybe he'll be okay. So I was really screwed up, but I didn't pay too much attention to that. But it was very hard that my mother rejected me completely. She thought I was a sick person. And we'd had a fairly good relationship until that time. And so she basically rejected me. She never accepted me. She died fairly young. So to the day she died, she would say, well, your friend Judy, are you going to marry her? And I would just look at her like, what planet are you from? My sister thought it was just fine. When I told her, we're very close. When I told her, I said, I'm gay, don't you? She says, no, I didn't know that. I said, well, I am. She says, oh. So that was all. She didn't care.
Yeah. So along those lines, who or what kind of helped you on your journey to figure out who you are, and also...
Nobody. Except gay men that I went to bed with. No one helped me.
Yeah.
No psychiatrist, no book, no institution. Today, there's lots of institutions that do help people.
Right.
Well, I realized that it was perfectly normal to be gay, and I was around lots of wonderful people, and I liked them very much, and we had a wonderful time, and it was just terrific. My life completely turned around. I was not happy between the age of 13 and 18. I was very unhappy. But after the age of 20, I was very happy. I'm still happy. Well, as I said, it wasn't accepted in Pennsylvania, in the boondocks of Pennsylvania.
Where are you from?
Delaware Valley, sort of Montgomery County. Not real rural, but sort of far, not in the city either. And they're all, to this day, they're all Republicans. So to this day, I think there's probably a lot of people there that, just like in Charlotte, there's probably lots of people here that would not like it if you told them you're gay. I'm in several groups where people do know I'm gay, And I occasionally sense, to my surprise, a little bit of coolness from somebody, and I look at them and I say, oh, this is a very right-wing religious person and just doesn't approve of me. But in most cases, you can be pretty open about it, in Charlotte at least, and no problem. I've never felt the least bit threatened. The worst I experienced in Charlotte is the occasional person who you can tell they don't talk about it openly, but you can tell they don't like gay people. But that's a minority, I hope.
How would you tell them?
I would say that you're a wonderful guy, and someday everybody's going to like you a lot. There's nothing wrong with you. You just live in a really fucked up society. So just be patient and get out of this place, and you're just going to be really fine. And I give him a big hug. Say, you are cherished. My voice matters because I'm just a regular person like every other human being, and I have the same rights as every other human being. Why should not every human being matter?